It's your boy Live as May. Looking cute, looking clean, looking sexy. And of course, I'm joined with the one, the only CEO status himself of the Blurred Cartel, proud representative, founding member of GGC Mafia. Hollywood, how you doing today, my guy?
Yes, sure, it's your boy, Hollywood Sensei of the Blur Cartel, CEO. We in the building, GGC Mafia. I mean, we talk about it, the top 10 albums this time. You know what I mean? I'm ready for it.
Top 10, Billboards top 10. For the people that don't know the way this show works, this is a GGC Mafia presentation, which is our name for our groups, Blurred Cartel and Overall 99 Media, doing our shows together. So that is where that comes from. And overall, we are doing 2012 Billboard's top 10. Yes, we're doing top 10 albums. We was going to do top 20, but a lot of them overlap and they kind of pointless to do. So we're doing that. I am going to have an intro next week for this. I did not have a chance to do it. I gotta get like some images from Hollywood and stuff like that. So after the intro, we'll do a cool image of a pop-up image. Probably use some of Hollywood's Lensa pics in one of mine, and we'll do some little cool explosion and things and a tier list looking thing. But we are doing 2012 Billboard's top 10. Overall, how did you feel about this top 10, Hollywood?
It was interesting. Very interesting. I liked it though.
I did too. I was actually shocked at how much I liked some of this. Specifically, one of them we're going to talk about rather quickly, but we're going to get into this tier list real quick. As y'all can see, the tier list is right here. We have the first one we have up, of course, is El Camino's by the Black Keys. This is probably my least favorite one because nothing stood out when I was listening to it. Right. It felt like outdated, even for 2012. Even listen to the other one. It felt like I would listen to something I should have been listening to. Like it sounded like I'm hating on it, but it did. By the way, I want to acknowledge this. I want to acknowledge that a lot of these are going to be compared to each other.
Yep.
Not compared overall, so I have to compare them to each other. And I'm sorry, I had to give this a D. I had to. Nothing stood out to me. I wasn't intrigued. Even albums I didn't even listen to in 2012, this one did not intrigue me.
Yeah, El Camino, the Black Keys. The Black Keys, and the album is El Camino. It was 11 songs on here. You know what I mean? Out of the 11 songs, I probably only like 3 of them. So there you go. Right? Yeah, I mean, I agree. It's definitely it was definitely a D tier. Like I didn't listen to this album when it came out, and after listening, I'm glad I didn't. You know what I mean? But like I said, it was 3 songs on there though. The songs that I actually did like, I did like Moneymaker, I did like Sister, and I liked Hell of a Season. You know what I mean? But other than that, yeah, this album could stay where it's at.
That album is D tier. I did not like it. I did not rock with that album at all. No. I'm like this. It sounded outdated.
Definitely did.
I'm like, this is not the time, and it didn't have the singers to make up for it, which is gonna be a thing that I had later on. That even though one of them kind of sounded outdated, I kind of felt like it was outdated and it wasn't that intriguing to me. And that might be just our style. Maybe if I was older, I would have liked it, but I got to put it detour, especially compared to his contemporaries that we are going against. Because if you put it against Lionel Richie, Tuskegee, it doesn't hold up. How did you view this album?
Lionel Richie, huh? I actually like this joint. You know what I mean? And
I loved it.
I ain't listened to too much Lionel Richie since, the Commodores and them. You know what I mean? But this joint I like this joint. He had a lot of good features on here. Blake Shelton, Darius Rucker. Who else was on here? Kenny Chesney, Rascal Flatts. Willie Nelson was on this joint. Jimmy Buffett. Like this album
killing the feature.
This album definitely went hard. I mean, I like this joint. 13 songs. I definitely would slide Lionel Richie. I give him B tier. Definitely a B tier album.
We both
I like.
already had that, so I want here my notes on it. Deep River Woman is amazing. I did not know I needed a Blake Shelton, Lionel Richie song, but I needed
Right.
it in my life. That's and a theme of 2012 was the opening songs all killed it. I loved almost outside. I mean, on the Black Key, I loved every opening song on every album, and I'm like, this is crazy. And then you followed on with my "Hello" might be my favorite song on the entire album. Out of every list we played, "Hello" was the favorite song listening to. "Hello" is amazing. I didn't even know that was on this album. Early like Sunday morning. Come on
Mhm.
now. That's a song you listen to on Sunday morning when you're just trying to get ready to work, cooking breakfast.
Right.
Like when you get ready to go to church. All Night Long was crazy. Like this album had literally all of my favorite songs. Had all my favorite songs, Hollywood. The only problem I had, the reason it's in B tier, is because that middle part
Yeah.
is very skippable.
Yeah.
The
Right
beginning
about.
and end, the beginning and end, Hollywood goes insane. Early like Sunday morning, like I said, Hello. What's the other one? Not All Night Long. These songs you know, but that middle part was a lot of skippable songs. I had to give it a B tier. I had to
Yeah.
just because of that.
What was in that middle part? We had what the Rascal Flats and the Jennifer Nettles, Tim McGraw, had Shania Twain in there. Like it was. But overall, B tier. B tier, solid album. You know, it needed a little bit more to climb the ladder.
Yes, and again, this is if you put this on a list of just albums, I'm putting it. It's probably A or S tier. But against his contemporaries, I gotta go B. I have to go B.
Mhm.
Early like Sunday morning and Hello is still insane to me.
Definitely.
I'm gonna brag about those songs the whole time. Like every song you gotta compare to those, and I'm like, all y'all losing. I'm sorry. Outside of it's a few songs that can compete, but other than that, it's over with. Number 8, we talking about "Talk That Talk" by Rihanna. I'm gonna go
Woo.
first on this one. As a theme, the opening song is amazing. "You the One" is one of my favorite songs on the album, and it's what Holly, I'm gonna tell you. This is the song I used to flirt with my girl when I was a senior in college. I just
Mhm.
got you the one. She the one I dream about all day.
That
I
was
used
a
to
good
hit all,
song to use.
yeah, I used to steal lines from there all day in college when I was a senior in college. So
Shout out to Rihanna for giving you the material.
you know what I'm saying? She hit it, and then we can quickly go to like "Where Have You Been,"
Mm-hmm.
which is like one of my favorite songs that you write to.
Mm-hmm.
Like I'm easily writing that song. "We Found Love." Uh, we just gave that song high praise last week, so you know how we feel about that.
Yes, sir.
And then she getting her bag, Hollywood. With "Talk That Talk" and "Cockiness."
Mm-hmm.
She
Cockiness,
had
my
in that.
song on there.
Like she killed it with that. Like it made me like that song made me want Rihanna. And then you hit that "Birthday Cake," cake.
Listen, man.
That was that was the single off the album. And then you had it ends with "Farewell," which I thought was a great ending song. I overall gave it an A tier because I'm sorry, I was stealing too much of your material for not to give you at least A.
11 songs. Talk that talk. This was one of the better albums I listened to on the list, and I was already a fan of this album when it came out back then. Because I was, Rihanna is it's Rihanna. Come on now. But Cockiness, my favorite song on there. I love Birthday Cake. Drunk on Love was another one. You the One, obviously. And then We Found Love. We just gave that high, like you said, high praise last week. It was a good song, great song. I mean, this was a great album. It's definitely A tier. The reason why I won't give it an S is because it's too short. I mean,
It's way too short.
too short for me. But it's definitely A tier.
It was really good. It was short. I hated that I was ending it. Man, it was that was I love that album so much. I'm like, like this might be a go back to album. Like
Yeah,
this is one thing I love about doing this. This is a, even though I did put Hello, like I said, I'm gonna brag about Hello all day, but I did put that back in my playlist because I'm like, okay,
this
that's
album
my
got
guy.
hella replay value.
A lot of it. I'm like, why did I stop listening to this in like 2019? Because of how long it took me to stop listening to it. But now I'm ready to go back to it. Hopefully we get a new album. So that's what we talking about. Shout out to you, Nico Williams. How you doing, my guy? We up in
Joe,
here.
what's going on?
Shout out to my guy Joe. He might be on the GGC Mafia presents when we do movies or something, Marvel movies or something.
Yes,
Give him some
sir.
tier list. Time to get back on some Tailgates and Tanlines by Luke Bryan. How do you feel about this one, Hello?
Tailgates and Tanlines, Luke Bryan. I actually like this joint. You know what I mean? I was like going into it, I'm like, I never listened to a Luke Bryan anything. So, you know.
Luke Bryan's amazing, by the way.
I mean, I was like, okay, I'm going into this brain. Like, you know what I mean? Let's see what's happening. And then Country Girl to Shake It For Me was, I'm like, yo, this joint crazy. Like, you know what I mean?
Go crazy.
First joint off the rip, I'm like, yo, this joint rocking. So I was caught right up soon as that song hit. I loved it. I mean, what was it, 13 songs on there? A lot of these albums were short. You know what I mean? But I like what I heard. Like Country Girl, Kiss Tomorrow Goodbye. I mean, Drunk on You was good. I Know You're Gonna Be There. You know what I mean? Tailgate Blues. This show was a solid project. I give it it's definitely a A tier joint for me. I like
Gave it an A.
Yeah, I gave this joint an A.
I actually gave it a C, but that's because I love Luke Bryan, so it's more of me judging him off his other work too. So that's we're gonna put it in a B tier since we did that.
Okay. See, this was my first Luke Bryan project.
Oh yeah, that's.
I was impressed.
Yeah, Country Girl, Shake It For Me, Shake It For Me, yeah, Shake It For Me. I knew that song from shout out to my brother and liking country music, so I love that song. It just be randomly playing CMT while I'm trying to listen to like rap music, and then I just hear that song. I'm like, this song actually goes hard. Like that hook go. By the way, Luke Bryan is one. This is gonna be a theme, and the hooks go crazy. But like I said, Holla, did you notice that all these albums opening songs, they put they hard like one of their hardest songs on their opening. Like I'm like, is that an old school thing? We gonna start noticing the longer we do this. If like back in the 2000s, the hardest song be in the opening song. One of the hardest. That might not be the best, but it's gonna be up there.
The intro definitely slapped.
Yeah. Kiss Tomorrow is a song that I could actually play with my girl. By the way, one thing I did like in this album is all the skits at the beginning of the song.
The skits were a nice touch. I like that too.
I Don't Want the Night to End is a good car song. Like you could just play in that car while you thinking. That's one of them. Right. Creekwater is a good mud riding song. I am country, so ain't nothing like a good mud riding song. But like I said, as a Luke Bryan fan, the ending kind of got a little weak for me. So I'm like, bro, look at how strong you were at the beginning. And it kind of like, okay, we hit you with a hard 7, but the last 4 we gonna kind of, and the biggest problem was it wasn't good songs. Hollywood, it was just the last 4 songs were kind of too similar.
Yeah, I agree with that.
They sounded exactly the same. And I'm like, bro, did you not just play this song? Did you not just play this song? But yeah, overall he gave it an A, I gave it a C. So overall it goes to B tier.
Good old B tier.
And then we got, of course, What Makes You Beautiful. Oh, I almost messed it up. What Makes You Beautiful by One Direction. That's the next song on the list. How do you feel about this one?
I feel about it. The song starts playing. You know what I mean? One Direction, this album, it was actually one of the longer albums, 18 songs. You know what I mean? Up all night. It's the name of it. What makes you beautiful? The first track.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? What else did I like? I like what makes you beautiful. I liked one thing more than this. Tell me a lie. I liked what else? Same mistake. Stole my heart. This is a pretty solid joint. Pretty solid. One Direction did their thing on here. I'm not really a huge boy band type of guy, but this solid project. I give it a nice B. It's a solid B for me. It's like B C tier. It's like high C, low B, but I'll give it a B.
You're not definitely not going above Luke Bryan. But one thing I did like about this album is I gave it a B tier. The hooks are very catchy. Throughout the whole album, all 18 songs, the hooks are catchy. One of the problems I did have was the order of the songs didn't feel right, and it felt like two not connected. Like the album structure, I felt like I was just going from one song to another. One Direction fans gonna kill me, but I'm sorry, that's what it is. But I often feel like that about boy band songs. So
Yeah, it did feel
yeah,
kind of random with the song placement.
yeah, the song placement felt real random for me. Uh, it started off with "What Makes You Beautiful," amazing song. It continues to be catchy throughout the whole album. But to be honest with you, like Hollywood said, it's probably not my tier of music, but getting a B tier out of that is amazing. So to actually be able to get me to do that out of that group is amazing. By the way, remember to like and subscribe if you like the content, whether if you're on Blurred or whatever other content you like. Also, go follow Blurred. If you're not on Blurred right now, go follow them right now.
Yes,
Just
sir.
hit that button, go over there, the Blurred Cartel. We do a lot of shorts and everything else. I think y'all biggest video happened with Culture Watch this last week.
Yes, sir. Culture Watch. Make sure you go check that out. You see the title, "The Slap Heard Around the World." We was talking about Will Smith and a slew of other topics. But yeah, definitely go check that one out. Culture Watch. Shout out to BMT.
Yeah, it did numbers on his too. So shout out to that. It did numbers on both channels though. So we talking about. And of course, you could go to my link tree in the description. And you can also, what you can do. You can find all the links to all the channels that I have over on 99 Media, the regular ZMA channel, the Twitch. Some of y'all on Twitch right now, so shout out to anybody that's on Twitch. And all those other things, shout out to y'all. And like I said, you can also find merch where you can find GGC Mafia merch. So go out there and get you that GGC Mafia merch. Live right now. Hoodies, sweatshirt, cups, book sacks, all that stuff is available. So go get that right now. And we into an interesting one,
Yes, sir.
we in Taylor Swift.
Taylor Swift.
Yeah. I Knew You Were in Trouble is elite. I was 21 years old when the 22 song came out, so don't judge me. I actually rocked with that song.
Mm-hmm.
Every album need a good Ed Sheeran feature. Ed Sheeran is one of my favorite people to ever listen to, and everyone needs that. And everything has changed. Always a plus for me. It's a great heartbreak. Vicious. I felt like I gave it an A tier just because I know it's really good.
Mm-hmm.
That's for me. So I gave it an A tier, but I felt like it because I know if I was like in a heartbreak situation or felt that, I would really feel this album. So for me, ultimately it was a B, but I know if I was in that mood, it'll probably be S. So I just went to the middle for me.
Okay.
She make great heartbreak music. If you upset at some woman or man,
Oh, hell
just
yeah.
put on some Taylor Swift and you gonna feel like they ain't shit, and you gonna feel good about yourself.
You're going to find the song for you. During the course of a Taylor Swift album, you're going to find one. Like, she speaking exactly my language. But this one, Red, Taylor Swift, I actually enjoyed this one. You know what I mean? And we was just talking about Taylor Swift too on what it sounded like, seeing if she had any classic albums, and this could be a front runner for that designation to being a classic. Definitely an A tier jump. I Knew You Were in Trouble. 22. We're never ever getting back together. That's that jump right there. Everything has changed with Ed Sheeran, Starlight, Begin Again. Like it was. Listen, Taylor Swift did a thing on this one. I enjoyed it, and it definitely made me say, let me go back and listen to some more Taylor Swift, see what she got for me. So yeah, I enjoyed this joint. It was definitely an A-tier album, right up there with Rihanna. It was up there.
Never Gonna Take You Back. It's literally a song I play for my ex ringtone if I hated them, but I don't.
Mm.
Like 100% would literally play this for my ex. Like, yo, listen, never gonna. That's gonna be my ringtone for you. I just want you to know. If I hated you, that is. But like you said, Red Taylor Swift, excellent album. Like I said, in a normal mood for me, it's a B. If I'm in that mood, it's an S. So I had to just put A. I had to put A. And I'm gonna go ahead and say it. Drake Take Care, my only S tier album on this list.
Easy.
The only one. The only one. Hold up, did we miss one? Hold up. Did we miss one? Run Direction was a B. Hold up, did I miss one? Tailgates, Blue, Talk That Talk, Tuskegee. Oh, I
I
don't
think
think
we
I missed one.
should be good.
Okay. So, but next is Drake Take Care. The my only S tier album. I'm gonna let Hollywood go first, but that's my only S tier album
The only S tier album. I
for
actually
me.
had
Is Take Care.
two S tiers, and this was one of them. You know what I mean? Of course, Take Care to me is one of Drake's best albums. A lot of people say it's his best album, period, which I don't agree with. It's definitely in his top 3, top 5. If you, that's the least I'll take down this top 5. It's definitely top 3 up there with for me with Nothing in Views. You know, come on, man. There's so many classic songs on Take Care. Oh, everybody that Drake is like to me one of the king of the intros. All his intro songs go hard. Every album you listen to, you know Drake gonna have an intro. So that John shot for me. Crew Love is a classic. I mean, Take Care with Rihanna. Marvin's Room for all my sad boys. I mean, that playing sad boy hours. Marvin's Room is on. Then Buried Alive interlude with Kendrick. Come on. And then we get in the Underground Kings Lord knows. Hell yeah, fucking right. Like, yeah, this album, it's a classic. It's a masterpiece. It's S tier. You know what I mean? One of Drake's best. So
I actually did
that's my
miss Babel and Sons. I did miss Babel and Sons. So
mm.
I knew I missed something, but how do you feel about Babel and Sons real quick before I go into both of them? I just do both of them.
Babylon Sons. What was
Well,
yeah,
I
that
mean Mumford and Son Babel.
Mumford and Sons. The Babel
Yeah.
album by Mumford. Oh yeah, this joint was like B, C tier to me. Definitely C. Like,
Let me
it
see.
was okay. Like, I mean, I forgot this joint. Like, I mean, if we would have just kept going, I wouldn't even realize that we forgot. I mean, it was 12 songs on here. Like, out of the 12, I probably like, I mean, 3, 4 of them. So yeah, it's definitely a C tier
It
album.
was it was 3 songs I really liked, unlike El Camino, but
What you
yeah, it was.
mean? To Take Care is S tier, and we only had like don't be coming in these comments talking crazy like that. All right,
I
start
do like
drumming.
Ghost That We Knew. I did like was
Yeah, I
it
like
Below
that
My
song.
Feet? But other than that, it nothing really stood out to me, so I gave it a C tier. It ain't like El Camino, which nothing at all stood out to me, but like 1 or 2 songs stood out and peeked my head up, and I was like, shout out to Lala. By the way, follow Lala. She's right there. Lala is so random. Just
Definitely,
go hit that subscribe button on that account if you want to. You see the name right there. Just go follow her. Shout out to her.
she get paid for
She
crazy
said,
comments. All right, well, get that check then.
that's what I'm talking about. Oh, we always rooting for a queen to get that check. But yeah, that album was a C. And like I said, Drake album was an S. You got that. I wrote so much on this album when I was writing that I had to like scale it back because I love this album so much. Like I said, it's my only S tier. It's one of my favorite Drake albums. I don't know if it's my first or second. You got to argue with me. It's my second favorite album of this entire year.
Mm.
My first one didn't make the list, so I don't know how Good Kid, Mad City didn't even make the top 10 on Billboard, but it didn't.
Yeah, that's
but but that would be my other S tier, but it didn't make the top 10. Shoot, it didn't even make the top 20. So I don't. So we couldn't even do it if I added that. So even though it did start making the top 20 years later over and over again, but that's how good the album was. It lifted up. But like it's my second favorite album of the year. It's probably my first or second favorite Drake album. Over My Dead Body. It soothes you. The whole album is like it gives you like that braggy R&B vibe. It's like a real chill vibe. I will get this album this. It's probably my favorite beat selection of all Drake albums. Ever. Like just consistently. For me as a writer and person that likes to write, to listen to music, this is by far my favorite. From Cameras to Marvin Room to Headline Shots, for me, those songs, those beat selection just like easy to write to, easy to think about. Cameras, all that. This is the best album on this list to me. Best album of the year, except for Good Kid, Mad City. For people that argue to me, this if you want to argue a Drake classic album, this would be it. Yeah. And it's one more though. It's Take Care and something Never Was the Same.
Definitely, but I would agree with that.
Yeah, but Take Care is. Listen to it again. Reminded me. I'm like, yo, did we forget this every time we like do Drake got a classic? I'm like this. Maybe I kind of didn't put it on in my mind because Good Kid, Mad City came out at the same time, and that's guaranteed classic.
Right.
But this album, Cameras go crazy.
Oh yeah, Cameras. I ain't even. But Underground Kings Will Be Fine was on here too. Like, come on, man. Doing it wrong. Practice. Like, listen. When this joint came out, you couldn't tell me Drake wasn't the best. And then I heard Good Kid, Mad City that year, and I was like, all right, yeah, never mind. Like, I mean, Kendrick got it. But this album right here is definitely, I do agree. This is some of his best beat selection on his album. On his albums, I would have to go back and listen to a few to figure out which one I thought had his best beats. But this is definitely a contender for that. I mean,
from one through the whole album, I'm like, I don't know who could consist. Now it's some on Nothing Was the Same, but then some of the beats didn't fit with me. But if you go all the way through, every beat on point. By the way, if you want to be an ultimate hater, he made Marvin's Room just for you.
Definitely.
Like if you want to be a player hater, he literally made Marvin's Room just for you.
Just for you. Sad boy hours.
Kanye was listening to that right before he dissed Chris Paul. That's exactly what he was playing. And then Drake put a Chris Paul jersey on and took a picture.
Pettiness.
That's how you knew Marvin's Room was it. But yeah, that's my S tier album of the whole list.
Kanye, it was Cliff Paul. It wasn't Chris. It was Cliff.
Yeah, man. I don't even know how you can prove that, man. What's wrong with you? That's Cliff, man. He's a good neighbor, and he took care of your girl too well. But next up, we got Michael Buble, Christmas. This dude can sing how the hood. This dude is an amazing singer. I couldn't put it above B because I'm like, bro, you are just doing a Christmas album. I'm sorry. There is nothing unique about this album except for you are an amazing singer. But who did not know Michael Buble was an amazing singer? So I had to give it a B just because I'm like, bro, I heard all these songs already performed since the 1900s.
Right. Yeah, I mean, definitely a B tier. Solid Christmas joint. You know, Michael Buble, you know what he's going to do. You know what I mean? Of course, what's my favorite joint to listen to? Holly Jolly Christmas, of course. I mean, it's beginning to look a lot like Christmas. Come on, bro. You already know that shit on. You start feeling the Christmas spirit. You thinking about Santa sliding down the chimney. You know what I mean? The
He
cookies and the.
sung that better than the original. He sung that better than
Yeah,
the
he
original.
did. He did. I mean, you start thinking about the snow falling, frosty, all that shit, man. Like, it was a solid joint, but like you said, it was. It's just Christmas songs, so it's like, all right. I mean, you just take it for what it is. Feel the holiday spirit, get that joint to be.
100%. And the final album, the one that was very close. She said amazing. I listened to it with no skip. Oh, Michael Buble, I don't. It's hard to skip Michael Buble.
Right.
Like, I don't know if people know, like, Michael Buble is that dude. It's a reason they refer to him as legendary. Like, Michael Buble is a legend in music. Adele 21, Rolling in the Deep, starts off this album. And if
Mm-hmm.
you never heard Rolling in the Deep, I don't know where you live at.
Right.
Rumor
The beat.
has it.
Oh, what's
What
the
you saying,
rumor?
Halil?
No. What's the
I
rumor?
said, I was just saying, rumor has it. That song, Rumor has it. So many hits that you can listen to today and just remember. The hooks were all excellent. The album meshed well. The album is cohesive. No song fell out of place. We already put Set Fire to the Rain already S tier last week.
Mm-hmm.
Love Song does change the vibe of the album a little bit, but it doesn't like divest you from the album. It's just like, okay, I'm gonna add a little something to it.
Right.
And then Someone Like You is a crazy way to end the album. It felt like I can be in love all over again. Made me feel like I ain't single. Holla, you got saying that you got saying Someone Like You to Lala, just for me.
All right.
Made me feel better.
I got you. I'm gonna get it. I'm gonna get it down. I'm gonna start practicing this week. You know what I mean? So on my next day off, I could just bet. Matter of fact, no, we got an anniversary coming up 3 months on Saturday. I mean, I'll sing it. I'll sing it to it then. You know what I mean? I'll sing the song to it. I'll record it.
Oh.
Nah, right now? Nah, I gotta do it right now. We live. You gotta give me time to practice. I gotta get my vocals together. You know what I mean? I got, do my voice exercises, all that. I mean, I gotta make sure I'm drinking water.
You see the S tier right there? It's our here for practice. Practice. Sing. But how you feel about this Adele 21 album?
I mean, this was my second S tier joint. You know what I mean?
I gave it A, so I just do it like that.
Number
one A tier.
It was Rolling in the Deep. Obviously, that joint. Listen, that song was so heavy that Lil Wayne said, "I got rap off this joint." Sorry for the wait. Like the beat was so fire on that joint. Wayne said, "I need to spit on it." That's how you know. Like Adele, she did her on that shit anyway. Like she sang on that. She didn't sing. She sang on that joint. You know what I mean? She was singing all through this album. Like this. Listen, man. You know what we say about Set Fire to the. You know what I mean? He won't go take it all. You know what I mean? Someone Like You. At the end, even if it was 11 songs, and people, y'all know I don't like those short albums, I loved it. You know what I mean? It made me go back and say, yo, I should have been keeping this album in my rotation. I shouldn't have just listened to it when it came out and then here and there after that. Like, no, I should have always been.
Yeah, man. I think how the head. You back? Shout out to Lala. She said that's how she knows her. I think we have a technical difficulties with Hollywood right now. I think I'm gonna start doing this. How y'all feel about this? We having a little technical difficulty. By the way, how do y'all like this angle? Should we start doing it like this? I think we're gonna start doing it like this, right? But I need to Move it over a little bit so y'all understand. But let's see how the hell be back in a minute, hopefully. But this album is amazing. 21 by Adele is incredible. An amazing album. I would recommend everyone to listen to that album. Like how the hell was saying before he got off, we're gonna see when he's back. When he's back, he's gonna start talking again. But like he said, she sang on that album. She literally she sang. Me and Joe were talking about Unico Williams. For y'all that don't know, me and him was talking about the other day, and J Lo like she's want to sing and play for Whitney Houston. I'm like, Adele. How the laptop on this last leg? Gotta get a new one, my boy. But she sings. I don't know how y'all feel about it. How y'all feel about Adele over? If we gonna do somebody that's not like Fantasia, somebody amazing black singer, I'm picking Adele well over Jennifer Lopez. Me and Joe were talking about the other day. Adele easily over Jennifer Lopez. You gonna sing with me? We need somebody that got soul in their voice. I'm sorry, J Lo, no, but 21 is an amazing album that I would actively like everybody to actually listen to. I'm just saying I would want everyone to listen to that album. Let us know how you feel about this list. How do you feel about our list? You see S tier is Drake. You see A tier is Rihanna, Red, and Adele. That's it. Taylor Swift, Adele. That's my exactly, Lala. I don't know what she's talking about singing Whitney Houston. Oh, so that's all. So we go there. Like, why would she even consider herself to sing Whitney Houston? I think Hollywood's back. Be back shortly. That my guy. What you were saying about Adele before you got interrupted?
Back.
Yeah, you back.
All right, bet. All right, what happened now?
You were talking about Adele and how she was singing, and then you kind of went out and had to talk about J Lo talking about she's gonna sing Whitney Houston. I said I'd rather 100% rather have Adele.
Yeah. Why? Why are we going to disrespect Whitney Houston like that? You know what I mean? That's my whole thing. Like, you could have got Adele, Beyonce, even. You know what I mean?
Fantasia, anybody can sing.
Fantasia, Jennifer Hudson, Ariana Grande, anybody that can actually sing for real. You know what I mean? That damn Jennifer Lopez. Like, I hope it's clickbait. It better be, because I better not see Jennifer Lopez out there talking about something I always love you. No, I don't want to hear it. I don't want to see it. Don't disrespect Whitney.
Yeah. We're just going to put this back on the screen just so everybody can see our list before we get out of here. I think we might start doing it this way, even though I can't see the A, S, and A, but we'll figure it out. But how you feel about the list? How everybody feeling about the list? I think it's most man. How the hell I found out we typically got similar music day.
Yeah.
It seemed like after doing 2 of these shows, I'm like we usually agree on most of these, even though our A and S tier kind of like we just switch them up every once in a while. Like I try to grip.
We definitely got similar opinions on this.
I think Luke Bryan, the biggest one we disagreed on, even though I love Luke Bryan, but that's because you've never heard him.
Yeah.
And I heard him before, and I know Luke Bryan, you can at them ending 4 songs, I know you can do better than them folk, dog. I hold you to that regard. I'm just saying.
But yeah, for it to be my first introduction into Luke Bryan, I was impressed. So I mean, it was I call it now, it's the Harry Styles effect. You know what I mean, I listened to somebody for the first time, like a full-length project, and it's like, oh shit, like I've been missing out. So you know what I mean, but this is definitely, I like the list. I feel like it came out well. I knew for a fact when I was listening to it, I'm like Mumford and Sons and El Camino, whatever. This joint, like we ain't gonna spend too much time talking about them, because it was like for me to never listen to Mumford and Sons, and for somebody to be like, that's the album, if they were to say that's the album you should listen to, I'd be like, yeah, I never listen to it. Like, I mean, I'm good. Like, but I know they got some better stuff.
But I was looking
It
at my
didn't. It didn't live up.
I was looking at the list. I'm like, I noticed the more I write is where I basically wrote where they placed it. I wrote the most for Take Care. So of course, Take Care is, and then Adele, Rihanna, and Taylor Swift got the most. Lionel Rich, like I said, I wanted Lionel Richie probably had the best songs on this whole thing. I'm not gonna. If you never
Yeah.
listen to the album, you gonna hear 3 or 4 songs that you gonna absolutely adore, and then you gonna skip the middle. That's the only reason y'all see it. It's a B tier because it's skippables on there. But these albums are. This is actually fun. How the this is actually fun going through these albums, listening. And plus it opens me up to more different music. Even though I am very diverse in my music, like I said, I like Luke Bryan, I like Ed Sheeran, I love all these people. Blake Shelton, I like Blake Shelton a lot too. But that's coming from because I'm from the country of Mississippi, so you gotta have something to mud right to. Keep the baby wipes in the truck, Hollywood.
Oh yeah. Keep them baby wipes in that truck.
Keep the baby wipes in the truck. Shout out to Lala, Joe, everybody that stopped through. Shout out to everyone that stopped it through. Let me know how you feel about the list. If you vehemently disagree with our list, tell us why and what songs and what did we miss? How did we miss it? Because some stuff I might not understood. Maybe the Black Keys had a deeper meaning that I kind of was overlooking. Because I'm sorry, we had to listen to 10 whole albums over a week time.
Right.
So we might have missed deeper meaning. So let us know, comment, and I will respect your opinion. I'll listen to it again and see what you're trying to say. I'm open. I'm open to being wrong. But this is just like one listen. How do we feel? Did something remind us? Did it pop out to us and all that stuff? And y'all got to remember, just because we put them on a certain tier on this list, don't mean that's what they are. They are just based on their contemporaries and what song they are too. Because most of these songs, I promise you, Luke Bryan would probably be A, Adele would be S, Rihanna would be S, and then just be a bunch of A and S tier. And if we didn't do that. But yeah, this is a very solid list. So you got, like I said, you got to remember that we are doing this based on each other people in the list. And since they are high tier songs, there's gonna be a lot of people on a higher tier list than normal. Because I
Yes.
hate putting a lot of people on S tier, A tier. But we are doing the top 10 songs, so it's disrespectful not to.
And what's our next year? What we going?
2013. We doing 2013 top 20 songs next week. So if you want to join in on that and help us with that, and y'all want to already know what we talking about and be into it, and you want to listen with us, I encourage you, please do so. You can go live. And by the way, we will take your opinions into consideration and place it on the list because it's a group effort.
Yep.
So we'll take your opinions. If you like something, let us know. Unless you telling me you like Starships, we are not moving it up.
Yeah. Starships. No, we good on that one.
We ain't never moving that up.
Yeah, we
But
had the top 20 that year. We had ooh, Thrift Shop was number one.
this gonna be fun for me.
We had Blurred Lines, Pharrell, Robin Thicke. They got sued like crazy for that. Then shit, Radioactive. What else was in there? Harlem Shake. Can't
Oh
hold
shit.
Serious.
Don't expect a
When
lot
I
of
was
S tiers next
young,
week. That's all I gotta say. Do not expect a lot of S tiers.
you had two Bruno Mars joints up there.
That might
Yeah.
could get that, but the rest of them, do not expect a lot of S and A tiers next week. That's all I'm gonna say.
Miley Cyrus.
That's all I gotta say. But yeah, next week I'm looking forward to it. 2013. I don't remember. I think that year was probably more Bruno Mars and nothing else.
Oh
But
yeah, Bruno was on this list twice.
yeah, I don't think a lot of good songs was out there. I think there is the year Good Kid, Mad City lost to Thrift Shop, but
Oh, we had Royals on this list.
I don't. I remember looking at the list, just looking over right before we did the show, and I'm like, this list ain't gonna be. Might not be the best. It might not be the best. The album list too. It might not be the best. So we did one really good year. 2012 was amazing to me. 2013 gonna be and then we doing 2022 to end the year and the beginning of the year. So that's
Hmm.
gonna be fun too. So we're gonna have that coming up. So be on the lookout for that. The young people can get involved. Shout out to Mina and all y'all. Y'all can actually get involved in this because I know you're like, I was 10. I'm like, I know. But it's gonna be a good time. We get to listen to Baby Tron. I don't even know Baby Tron made top 10. I just know that's a funny dude. But Hollywood probably ain't even gotta listen. He already know already. He done did it on what it sound like, so he already know the album.
Oh yeah.
But I'm be getting back into it because this I'm probably know more about the old music than the new music because I'm not really ain't been in the music since I stopped doing.
2022, we're gonna be talking about a lot of Bad Bunny.
Shout out to Bad Bunny. Hollywood, what can they find you?
You know, you can find me Hollywood underscore Sensei 215 on that TikTok, Hollywood underscore Sensei 215 on Instagram, Hollywood Sensei on Twitter, and you can also find me on the Blur Cartel, which is on Facebook, YouTube, Instagram, Twitter, TikTok, and Twitch. You know what I mean? Spotify, Apple Music, Google Podcasts for your listening needs as well. But yeah, and you can also find me here every Sunday. You know what I mean? Billboard, GGC Mafia. You know, already know what it is. Let's get it.
Yeah, I will give a Hollywood on Thursday, and I will community post what day we gonna do, what time we gonna do. I know we know what day, but what time because my man works and I do stuff in the morning, so we'll set the time up for which is best for which, and we'll give you the time quick as possible. So I'll let y'all know on that. Today was a little early because I let my man get to work. Also, like I said, you get the GGC Mafia merch, link in description. Also, I'm about to be on Twitch more, so you will see me start gaming more. Maybe playing a little different games, maybe some Halo and some other games that I just want to play. A bunch of uh, Path of Eternities and all those type of games and ARPGs. I'm into those. So if you want to do that, just follow the Zell May channel, subscribe, all that stuff over there. Subscribe here, and I appreciate y'all. By the way, I am working on the GGC Mafia. GGC Presents with me and Hollywood, the intro. I am working on it. Fireworks. It's gonna be cool. I just got to figure out how I want to do it. We out. Any last word, Hollywood, before we go?
Listen, I'm ready for that talk next week. I mean, because there's some Jones on there, man. I remember quite a few of them things. You know what I mean? You know, we got suit and tie on there around starting off at 20. So, you know, this is going to be crazy.
It is. And I'm finna slander thrift shop. so we out. Peace.